From the newest underground hip-hop music to artist interviews, once again, it's time for the Dominion Podcast with your hosts, The Observatory, Akeem Renaul of B-Boy Media Group, our Vice Chancellor of Creative Defense, Sharvin, Queen Sarabi, and supervillain extraordinaire Lotus Luthor.
You remember, I think it was Hanna-Barbera, I can't remember what cartoon it was, but it was basically like the coyote and the sheepdog or whatever.
Okay. Yeah.
And they would clock in the morning. They was like basically like friends or whatever in the morning. You know what I'm saying? They'd be like, hey man, you going to work today? He was like, yeah, going to work or whatever. He was like, all right, man, you know. And when they clock in,
they go at it.
And they clock in, they go at it the entire time. You know what I'm saying? Then by the end of the cartoon, they clock out. He's like, man, well, how was work today, man?
It was well, yeah.
That's kind of what I feel like Dominion is like. You know what I mean? After the competition, after all of the fighting or whatever, after all of the battles and whatnot, you know what I mean? This is where we can just be like, hey, man, how was work today?
Yeah. Oh, so, I like that analogy, man.
Yeah.
I like that.
How was work today? And not just like competition work, but like, hey, what work did you put in to put your music out? Like, what work did you put in to get your voice heard, to get your new single heard, whatever it is, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, we sit here with Zack Lost, alpha of season 1, top of the food chain. So,
yeah.
No, you
man.
did. Oh, wait.
It's close, man.
Well, he still keeps
Stays close.
Look, I'm about to, hold on. I got the David Stern you hold it up a little bit. He told Kobe to hold it up higher. Hold up a little higher so we see the bottom of that joint.
Yeah. There we go.
Yeah. There we go.
The Oasis, there it is.
Yeah. Hey, I don't know if you remember with Kobe, he held the trophy. David Stern was like, hey, hold it up high.
Hold it up high.
Facts, yeah.
Yeah, man. I remember when we put that one together, man. I remember that.
Yeah. So Robbie did a great job.
Yeah. She put it down, man. Zack Lost in the building, man. What's been going on, man?
Man, so much. You know, like life in the best way.
Yeah.
You know, I teach, so that's still going on, and that doesn't slow down. My 2-year-old daughter definitely doesn't slow down.
That's right.
You know, so it's that balance. Balance I'm trying to hit, you know.
I remember them twos, man. I remember them twos.
Man, listen.
You got to keep your eyes peeled, man. You got to keep your eyes peeled all the time, you know.
Man, I'm trying to keep my eyes open because I get no sleep.
I know that's right.
My sleep is shot. That's why, like you're talking about keeping track of what everybody's working on and putting stuff together. And I feel like I'm amazed sometimes that I am producing anything artistically because I feel like sometimes I'm just so drained physically. And, like I'll be up until 1 a.m. and then go to sleep and then wake up at 5 and then just get going for work and everything. And then I'm just trying to like find the spots. That's why it's inspiring to be seeing like the community. Cause I'm like, oh man, okay. Like that's the push that I needed to just like jot down like a couple lyrics. Oh man, I got to listen to that beat for a few minutes. So I appreciate that everybody is still, doing what they do.
Man, hey, whenever you can get it in, you got to get it in. Pause. You know what I mean?
Hey, listen,
the community got us playing the game, man.
The pause control.
Man, the community got us, man. We play this game all the time, man. It's hard not to play sometimes. You know.
They don't call me saying some wild shit. So Dan got me first. So I'm on alert. Yeah.
Got to stay on alert, man. Yeah, nah, man. Yeah, I remember when my kids were little and trying to, still maintain, your dreams and create, where you can and whatnot, man. You end up finding the time if it's important to you. You end up kind of just carving out, an hour here, an hour there where you can, man. But yeah, sleep is a valuable commodity.
Yeah, it's tough, man. But no, I'm like a morning cat, man. I get up early and I'm good for the day.
Yeah.
So like the late nights are kind of tough, but I'm always gonna be, up and ready to go. So when I get up at like 4 or 5, that's like sometimes I'll get my writing in then, and I'm like that's where I get my ideas down. I'm making my lists. I'm like I don't want to waste that time.
I'm in the car, man, for some reason. Like I got a long commute to work sometimes, you know what I'm saying? And so Black Adams will send me 2 or 3 beats, you know what I mean? And so I end up just pulling them up in the car. And I got them, ain't nobody but me in the car, you know what I'm saying? Me in the road, and that's it, you know what I'm saying? So I can spit all I want, and I'm kind of writing in my head kind of thing, When I get home, if it's dope enough, I'll jot it down, you know what I mean? But yeah, that was me getting it in where I can.
Yeah, that's felt
in the car, bro.
Right.
Yeah, I can't remember how many songs I probably wrote in the car, man. Yeah. But that's the Dominion way, boy. You know what I'm saying? Remember all them submissions we used to see in the car? Shout out to my man, Two Bibles, right quick.
Yeah.
Dos Biblios, yeah, man.
Miami.
Yeah, man. Yes, in my yayo. Yeah, he used to be in the car all the time. Who else used to be in the car all the time? Shout out to my man, Fredo. Fredo used to be in the car.
Fredo, man.
Fredo in the whip. Yeah. There was a couple of cats.
Proud of PA. J to the Star used to be in the car all the time.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's facts. Yeah.
Right. Had baby girl and everything with him.
Yeah.
Oh, man, it's all coming back, man.
Yep, man. Salute, man. So, hey, we all be getting it in where we can, bro. Again, pause.
Yeah, man. We cranking back up, Zach, man. We here. So, we here.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, man. As you can see, it's been an interesting theme over the last couple of episodes, man. Everybody is really talking about how we can come together and kind of fix our problem, man, which is, we've attracted some dope artists, but I think all of us platform wise, the next level is how do we get spectators? How do we get an audience, to see these games that we're playing, so to speak. You know what I mean, man? Zach, what you think, man? What you think we should do, bro?
I mean, I've been thinking about that a lot too, man. I feel like watching the communities build and watching the platforms build for, a couple of years.
Yeah.
It's really dope in terms of how they came together at that time. And I feel like it makes sense when you're looking at it now, when you're saying, what that next step would be, because I feel like everything is primed for it now. Like, I feel like looking at Straight, looking at Barkeepers, looking at Dominion. I mean, from what the Instaground is, I think those are the most seminal platforms and communities that I see. Yeah. And I feel like they feel fully formed. So I feel like at this point, it's just what is the jumping off point of seeing how we combine. And I feel like the talent is there clearly. I feel like at this point the creativity is elevated to the next level. I feel like looking at like Pendulum Inc., looking at all the folks that are breaking down bars, there's a hunger for it. So I feel like everything that you see in all the communities is like ripe right now to do something.
Yeah.
It's a matter of, what that looks like.
Yeah.
And I feel like it's coming more clear.
We got to start somewhere. I figure we could at least start with a conversation. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We could at least start
definitely.
with a conversation.
Yeah, we got come together and talk, man. Yeah, that's what we
man.
do.
I think our platforms are very mature now. We all have our lanes, so to speak, and we all are like United Nations or something, you know what I mean? Like we're sovereign, you know what I mean? But peacefully coexist, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And
the sovereignty is the key, bro, because
right.
when you bringing men together, you know how we are, man. But
Yeah.
I feel you, my nigga. But
you have your own domain.
I got my shit popping over here too. So
yeah,
you're right about that. And to see men get that together and no egos, everybody get to do what they do, just come through like a storm or some shit. Yeah,
man.
Definitely feel it.
Yeah, facts.
Yeah,
I mean, I feel like seeing it now, seeing the way that every lane has its built-in community, and seeing all of the crossing over right now, it's exciting, man, because I feel like it's undeniable. Like, whatever you want the metric to be for an MC, You can look at it now. You can see actual MCs. And I feel like that's something that people need to lock on to. Like, when you talk about all of the groups, I feel like, the Instagram is the term, right? Maybe at some point it'll be another term, but Instagram is the term. And I feel like every one of these main platforms falls under that umbrella.
Yeah.
And if there was like a logo, if there was something that like was a level of standard and quality in terms of the promotion of it, like all of them have straight, 4-bar, Dominion, Barkeepers, all of them are amazingly branded, right? Everyone is beautifully branded. And I feel like if you have something cohesive at the top, where it's like, I'm thinking of like school districts, like you have like the logo for the district and then you have your school.
It's like the Olympics, you know what I mean?
Exactly.
That's the way I think of it. Each nation comes together to collaborate,
get the rings. Yeah,
compete.
You need the ring.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, Birdman hand rub, I got to figure out,
Something's cooking. Yeah.
Yeah, we had to put something together.
Got him going, Zach. Oh my God.
That sounds very interesting.
Look at them hands. Pause. Look at them hands. He up to something. Pause.
Dude. Oh man, yeah. Nah, man. Everybody is doing their thing. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, I feel like it's all right there, man. Like, I think I was mentioning to you, like whatever it's called, because I feel like, you could call it dad rap. You know what I mean? You could call it Instagram. You like whatever it is. The people that are whatever catches eyes, I don't care. You know what I mean? Because some people will dismiss it and be like, "Oh, that's just the unk spitting." You know what I mean? That's dad rap, whatever.
Oh, right.
But like I said, talent and the product is undeniable if the metric is hip hop, and I feel like that is what bleeds through beautifully. So when you look at like a bunch of the big, because there's the Instagram, but then there's like your cypher platforms that are still undeniably hip hop and are beautifully branded and have big viewership, right? So you have them going on, and that shows that there's a hunger for the skill and the talent. And I feel like there's just not the eyes on these communities yet. And these communities, I think, are built stronger in terms of the community aspect than those big platforms. Those are great in terms of getting eyes on individuals.
Yeah.
But these are great in terms of like how built communities.
Yeah. Talk
That's
that.
fact.
Yeah.
That's fact.
Yeah.
We all have like a rapport. We can go see each other, pull up and stuff like that. Like, just it's crazy how it just spawned like that, man. That's wild.
It's different from American Idol. Like a bunch of people, just random people like meeting together to go be on the show. Like that's different from what I think each of these platforms have built. Each of these platforms, to me, we've built, and I think I've said it since season 1, man. It's like we're like dojos, you know what I mean? It's like, there's the Barkeeper School, there's the Pendulum Inc. School, if you want to look at it that way. I feel like it's like a clans even,
Yeah.
And that's why I think early on we might have looked at each other as a threat to one another.
Yep.
Now I think each of the clans have grown and matured enough to exist, you know what I mean, in a sovereign way, but we still can be cordial and collaborate with each other. That's what I'm hoping, bro. You know what I mean?
It's enough for everybody, as you said and alluded to a couple of episodes ago. It's enough for everybody, cuz like, you know what I'm saying? For your position, do what you do nice, and shit, let it roll.
That's it, man. Zack Lost, I gotta ask you a couple questions, bro. I got a couple questions for you, man.
Fire away.
Let me ask you this. So I think we're in a different space, especially in like social media. I think we're in a different space in terms of like how we're gonna reach our audience, our fans. And I'm not just talking about Dominion. I mean, just talking about like finding Zack Lost fans, if you so desire. That's whether you desire to do so. That's a whole nother question, I guess. But let's say, for example, you are an aspiring artist. You're not necessarily aspiring to be, I don't know, you're not aspiring to be 50 Cent, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But you feel like you could, a certain number of fans or whatever. How are people doing this on 2026? Are they starting with social media, and then are we streaming these days? For example, J. Cole, he started by putting out this mixtape. Are we getting away from streaming? How would Zack Lost, the emerging artist, try to get himself out here these days?
Man, I think it's a great question, and I don't know how good I am as a person to answer it, but but like truthfully, truthfully, you know, as an artist, I I can't help but lean art first. You know what I'm saying? So like for me, it's I'm gonna make dope art, you know, and I know that I'm not. We think about ourselves in terms of competition sometimes. We think about ourselves in terms of hierarchies, and I don't ever place myself as, you know, the best, right, above everybody else in terms of stuff. But I know that I'm better than a lot of people in terms of art, as considered by a few people. If you know what I mean, you know what I'm saying?
I'm in the same space. I'm in the same space.
You feel me? Like we recognize the craft and the quality of what we do and our commitment to it. And I know that there are people who recognize what I do, and for them, they say like, "Yo, your stuff is here for me." You know what I mean? As opposed to other people.
Yeah.
And that's a few
great.
people, right? Social media is built for it, but it is a game. No matter how much we look at it and call it something else, it's a game. The algorithm is a game. The trends are a game. And at a certain point, we have to say like we're playing this game. Like I am playing the game to an extent because I'm put out, right? And do I want people to see what I put out? Yeah, because I think the stuff that I'm putting out, one, I enjoy it. Two, I'm putting out stuff that I think can help people, motivate people in some way. I think I'm putting out stuff that can push people to do stuff that's dope, and then they put out stuff that I want to see. And like, you know, like in Dominion, like we, you know, pens sharpen pens, right? Like when we're spitting at each other, it's helping us to get better. So as an artist, I say all that to say, as an artist, I'm gonna always go art first. I'm gonna say, you know, if I have something dope to say or spit, I'm gonna put it out. And then I think like what I'm doing in terms of, you know, working the trends, working on social, is spinning it towards quality. And I see that there's a lot of folks that are doing stuff creative, like within the community. I always love looking at like whatever High Sunday would do when he had a video, because I know I would see some cool techniques. You know what I mean? Like creatively, he's just like,
he is crazy, you know, with that
crazy
shit.
with it. Yeah,
word up.
So that's one thing that I'm trying to do, is see the things that are not just trends, but that have some kind of artistic value or merit to them, and then jump on that. Like I'm not just gonna do like a dance because it's popular, but if I see like this hook is kind of getting people and like I can vibe with it, then I'm like, okay, I could put my camera here and then open the fridge and be like, yo, that, you know, like that works. If that's gonna pull somebody in, like that might be fire.
Yeah,
you know
man.
What, man, you just said something. The algorithm. This is how I see it. Since you just said what you said, and definitely having these in-depth conversations with Lotus. If you can master the algorithm when the rules change, because you know in sports, you know, shit, they're making an offensive game. The defense hands is tight. You know what I'm saying? So when the rules switch on what they do, you know what I'm saying? If you ahead of the curve, oh man, that's when it gets sweeter. Especially if you put out good art, because you can't deny good art. You know what I'm saying? So you get the algorithm with this beautiful shit, yo. Wow, that's the only thing I can say. If you get that to clash together right, you good.
You were talking about how like the algorithm changed, and that's true, man, because the algorithm has changed over the course of the time that like we've been on social media. It has definitely changed a lot. Gary Vee has said it this way, that we have moved away from social media and we've moved to interest media. We had this conversation on the phone the other day, so I'm gonna drop this gem on him, right? So
listen. Go ahead, sir.
So if you think about it, right, with social media, let's say for example, you know, I'm an artist and I have 1,000 followers. Let's just say I have 1,000 followers, right? So that basically means like if I post something, this is in the early days of the algorithm, right? Early days of the algorithm, if I post something, should be about 1,000 people should see it because there's 1,000 people following me, right? Now, this is what happened. What happened was, you know, let's say I'm on social media and I have 100 people that I follow, right? I have 100 people I follow.
That liquor talker man is a liquor talker. Okay, we talking.
No.
We talking.
I'm gonna let them know.
We talking. Go ahead.
let's say I got 100. Let's say I got 100 people that I'm following, right? This is what happened. What happened is, let's say out of those 100 people, you know, on any given day, let's say only half of them post something. You know what I'm saying? That means I'm only going to see 50 posts, right? If I'm following 100 people, that means my concern, the time that I am on the app is just long enough for me to watch 50 posts, right? That's it. And what they basically said is these people are not staying. They're not staying on the app long enough, right? They're not staying on the app long enough for us to sell anything to them, right? Because they're just consuming the 50 posts that people, and once that's it, they're done. Yeah, so they said, we got to change the algorithm. We got to change the algorithm so that they stay, so that they stay on the app. Well, how do you do that? You do that by keep showing them the stuff that they like, what they're interested in. You don't show them their followers. So then you go to what's called interest media. That's where the algorithm is showing you only the stuff that you're interested in. So now it doesn't even matter how many people that you follow. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't matter at all. It's whether or not the post you just made is interesting or not. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so that's what we got to kind of key in on in terms of what makes our art interesting if we want it to be interesting to other people. You know what I mean? So there's like, internally what it means to us, but then in terms of the algorithm, how do we make that same art interesting to other people such that they engage with it, they click on it, they like it, they comment, so on.
That's fantastic insight.
Yeah,
and a great question. I mean, you know what it is. We feed the algorithm. And I feel like the key to is to make sure that we feed the community, right? And I feel like the platforms, each of the platforms we're talking about Instagram-wise, does a really good job of feeding its own community. You know what I'm saying? Like Straight knows what Straight 16 wants, and they consume it, and the same with all the others. And I think there's bleed over in that too, right? And you know, like and props to to you and to Straight and to Sunday and to Yosh for being able to find those connections and say like, yo, we're eating off of this, like, but y'all would enjoy this too. And showing how those connections are there, because I feel like one is like the platform needs to feed the community. And that's why I think this is so dope. Like this podcast right here is so dope because it feeds all the communities. Like every, and you're showing that with like your guest selection, right? By having everybody here. And then as artists, like as individuals, like Show Rock to me is an example of always feeding the community. Like, and I'm talking about like every community that he's a part of, he is serving in an amazing way.
Yeah. They said you kill what you eat. He kill what he eat. And then he had carcasses for you over here. You know what I'm saying?
For days. For days.
Yeah, man. Hardest working man on Instagram, bro.
My bad. I didn't mean to cut you off, Zach. Go ahead, man. Continue, brother.
Yeah.
No, that's where I was going, man. It's beautiful to see with an artist because he is, and it's like with his real life shows, like where he's performing and putting shows together, but also promotion wise. And I feel like that's like what we need to see. And that's what we need to cultivate as a community. So I think the community does a good job of recognizing it, but I think it would be another question. What do we need to put in place system-wise to have a strong support system for each other? And I'll keep using, Raka as like an example because I feel like he is, he's what we're talking about. And so when we can systematically be able to do that, I think it's going to put us somewhere else. I'm trying to do that at home here now, in a sense, with my I host open mics. I host poetry open mics every month, and so right now my journey is I'm trying to go to. We have 21 counties in New Jersey, from the top to the bottom.
Yes, I was going to ask you about this.
Tell us more, bro. It's called Speak Across New Jersey because my open mic is called Speak. It's sharing poetic expressions, artistry, and knowledge. And like the last Friday of the month pretty much, but I'm like seeing the community that we're cultivating together is so it's so like filling and life-giving for me. So I'm trying to get out to as many places as I can in Jersey. So I'm trying to go to all 21 counties open mics by the end of the year. And I got, I've been to 2 counties so far. I got 3 counties coming up next week. Okay. And it's, it's just building. And I think about that in terms of what we're talking about, because I'm like, the hosts that have cultivated the most amazing communities have certain qualities and traits in common. And I think that's really dope to see, because that's for us as platforms, whether it's live or whether it's online, how you show somebody that you are there for them, how you show somebody that a space is deserving of the time and energy that you're putting into it. So that's what my journey is right now.
That's dope, man. That's dope. And you said you got 2 counties out of the way. You got 3 coming up, 21 by the end of the year, bro. We got to check in with you.
You working like Show Rock too, cuz.
Hey, man. Wow. No quit, boy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I got another question for you. This will be an interesting one, I think. How likely would it be that we get an Alpha Unit, like EP, Alpha Unit project, man? I really would love for us to do like a project, and listen, we could make it such that other artists from the community can pile on. It's like the Avengers mixtape. You know what I'm saying? Like. So,
hey,
how likely would it be that we could put something together like that? I don't know when. I'm just saying. I'm putting it in the universe.
Throw up that sort of omen. Throw up that sort of omen. All the heads go up, man. We ready. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's real. I mean, I could speak for myself. That's a no-brainer for me, man. To be able to create art with that I have such admiration for and such appreciation for, and that make me a better MC when I'm rocking with them. Man, come on.
Yeah, it would be an amazing project, man. So I'm gonna put it out there in the universe. Maybe it'll happen one of these days.
What we doing, y'all?
In the meantime, we do have those songs that we had done throughout the seasons. You know what I mean? So we got like the
great stuff, man.
For the Kingdom For the Kingdom song, we got several songs that we did throughout the season. So one of the things that we're gonna do is we're gonna put that on DominionHipHop.com, and we're gonna make it for free. And the only thing that you got to do is you just got to subscribe, bro. That's it.
Yeah.
And subscribing is free. You know what I'm saying?
Subscribe and like, baby.
That's all you got to do. You be able to subscribe. We'll let you guys know, probably in the upcoming episode, when the actual project is going to drop on DominionHipHop.com. And we got more projects to come also that we're going to offer exclusively on DominionHipHop.com before they ever hit streaming platforms. You know what I'm saying? So we want to give it to the community first. You know what I mean? I don't know if you saw, we have a project that's called Zod that's going to be coming out pretty soon. That's me, Lou Slugger, and Cineas.
That's banana crazy. I think about that a lot, man. I think about the amount, like the volume of dope work that was created over the course of, the last couple years that still exists, that's still there. You know what I mean? That's just as impressive and impactful if you listen to it now. Like there's from, the first season that hold up now.
Yeah.
Like I'm telling you, man. Like, I could just go off, and name like scores of MCs that you could throw on this and be like, yo, I still remember punchlines. I still remember like crazy flows and like how people, handle this beat. So, and you're talking about the stuff that was recorded, for a track. So there's all of that, and then there's all the rest, man.
Man, yeah,
Oof.
yeah.
Hey,
we got a lot to share, bro. Go ahead, you can know.
Nah, I just want to let them know, man. Yo, you got the illest video we got on record, man. It looked like he was coming to the fight, man. Yo, the shit was so crazy. There you go. I think you said something.
No, you're talking about Marsten
Dominion
House.
Day.
Yeah, you're talking about Dominion Day. Yeah,
right. Yeah, when he came up the joints with it was just like Mike Tyson coming to fight and shit. The shit was crazy, man. Just
what
the,
you talking
the
about?
way.
Yeah, we marched you in. Yeah.
Yeah. No, that was hard, man. That was crazy.
Oh man, listen,
saw that footage. I was like, wow, that
man.
crazy.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun, bro.
Yeah,
it
was, man.
A lot
Definitely.
of fun, man.
Yeah.
We gotta do that again too. Yeah,
I'm laughing because that like the situation of it was so bananas. Like that led up to that moment, man. Like me talking to Lotus and having like the time wrong, and then Lotus is like, "Oh yeah, we in here right now." And I'm like, "Yo, man, I wish I could have had like a camera on me, cause the way that I got down to Philly from like North Jersey was bananas. When I walked in, like I was so focused. I mean, it was so dope to see, all the heads that I had been listening to and connecting with and building with,
yeah.
throw a pound real quick.
Yep.
But I was like, man, give me to this mic. Give me to this mic.
The business too.
We need to get this done now.
Right.
We got busy too, man.
And you know what? Waiting on you, man. It was just, he was just so gracious to us, man. He kind of rolled out the carpet to us.
Shout out to Steve Skaggs, man, from Marsten House,
Skaggs,
man. Yeah, man. Gunner G's
Great
and the whole
experience.
staff over there at Marsten House, man. Yeah, they took care of us.
Yeah.
He's like, "Where your man's at?" I was like, "Hey, he on the way." I said, "I don't know how he had the time mixed up, but bro, he's on the way." He's like, "What
he
y'all
won't
wanna
even
do?"
tripping. He won't even.
He's
tripping,
like, "What y'all
man.
want to do?" I was like, "If we can wait for him, I'm telling you, he's amazing.
He won't even tripping.
We wanna you're gonna want to hear him, bro."
Yeah,
I
yeah.
was like, "Cool, man. We'll just hang out then." I was like, "Cool." So we was just pretty much warming up, and we got a bunch of that content.
Right, and the buzz was okay. Everybody was just, we was just, politicking or whatever. And
yeah.
Yo, man, I had
And
a great
then
time the whole
we
time
said,
I was there.
we said, all right, look, we can record. I said, we got a couple that we can do. You know what I'm saying? We can go ahead and knock those out. I said, by the time we do those, I said, he'll be coming in the door. And by the time we knocked them, I think we had 2 that we knocked out, I want to say.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is that your first time at Marston? That was your first time at Marston?
Yeah. I've been to Philly before, but that was my first time at Marston. That was my first time recording or performing in Philly. I might have performed in Philly before, but that was my first time like in a studio in Philly.
Wow.
Yeah.
Marston felt like home for me, man. Me and BDR, because that's where I met him. You know what I'm saying? I met them there. Yeah. So I got involved with Cypher Circuit through. I know I've said it several times on every episode. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Mo Knows Best and Coach Lil Castro. You know what I'm saying? They used to run Cypher Circuit, but I got connected to Marsten House through Cypher Circuit, and man, that's when I met BDR, Mike Sessions, my goodness, who else, man? Lil D, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Lil D, Coney Island in the building. Yeah. They made me spit right after Lil D, man. Lil D tore it down, man. I literally stepped to the mic and I said, yo, how am I supposed to go after that, man? Like, he's 12. And he did like a 60-bar verse, man. He filibustered, man. Like he was killing it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, they literally like shout out to my man Red Baron. Red Baron is like 6'8". You know what I'm saying? He's a tall dude. Yeah. He picks up Lil D because he's a little kid at this time. You know what I'm saying? He picks up Lil D. The whole crowd is cheering. You know what I'm saying? And Steve Skaggs puts the mic in front of my it says, "All right, man, now it's your go."
No pressure. No pressure.
Yeah.
Supposed to go after that.
Yeah, I mean that's a dope moment, man.
Yeah.
That's a dope moment.
Yeah. So we had that was the first time I went up there, and then I went up there the second time, and then, like I said, a Cypher Circuit, just went the way of the dodo bird. But we always wanted to do something since season 2. After we got Dominion started, I started telling Ekem Renal around season 2 time frame. I said, yeah, man, I'm gonna take a crew of these cats up to Marsten House. I said, I had already said this in season 2, so we didn't even consider it until after we had a few seasons in the bag.
Yeah, man.
So
yeah, you know what's hitting me right now is like the footage, right? Because the footage was dope. Like it was shot beautifully, right? And as I'm thinking about it now, back to your question before about, what do we need to get more eyes? You know what I'm thinking, man? Remember back in like those early seasons, the videos started very like handheld. I'm just turning the camera to me. I'm just spitting in like the front facing camera in my phone, which is lower quality anyway. And like, as long as my bars come across, I'm good. Right. I feel like that was for the most part. And then Dominion started having, the observatory started putting like the challenges. Right. So then you have like the Hype Williams, because you recognize like Sunday and cats were, we're doing more and extra. As big platforms now, a big piece of it is the visual. A big piece of it is like, how glossy does it come across? How well lit is it? How high is the resolution on the camera? And those are the things that are like shareable. Those are the things, we talk about the algorithm. Those are the things that are like hitting, right? And I mean, if the Dominion stuff was happening now, like season 1 was happening now, I wonder how many folks would have adopted, some differences or some upgrades in terms of like, when I shoot this, I'm going to use my back camera. I'm going to set it up. I'm going to get some lighting right here. I'm just like a simple light, like I got like this little joint that I take with me everywhere. Right. And this thing makes such a difference when I just like throw it on my phone. And I feel like that's one thing, like, what I forget what the tool is called. I think it's like a T stick or something like that, where you can hold the mic that you drop down and people just see the mic hanging in the shot. You know what I'm saying?
Like the little boom. I know you're talking about.
Yeah. I'm like, how many heads do we see, doing a video like that?
Yeah.
I legitimately feel like, even though it is maybe focusing on the aesthetic and focusing on the visual, almost on par with like the lyrics, I feel like that might be something. Because there's some videos that you can show from back then that hold up lyrically and flow wise, but in terms of watching it, somebody might just like scroll past it because they're like, oh, look at this grainy, with like, what am I gonna see here?
Yeah.
So I feel like that might be something for us.
That's what you're absolutely right. That was our challenge, right? You know what I'm saying? As
exactly,
like you said, we kind of recognized it whenever you took the time to make sure that it was, aesthetically pleasing, let's say.
Right.
You know what I mean? That just added to it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah, man, we've always had a sense of making sure that things were aesthetically pleasing, even early in the game. You know what I mean? We was like, yo, we got to make sure the message isn't lost simply because we have like low quality imagery. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like, I don't want to, we got to have high quality output. You know what I mean? So yeah. Ekem Bernard, what you want to ask, man? I know you got something.
No, man, I would just I just wanted to say, man, that we really appreciate you coming through, man, and Philly, man. Had a great time with you, man. Like, I got a chance to meet you in person, and salute to all the brothers that I got a chance to meet there, man. Definitely.
Yeah, I kept telling Ekem, I kept telling him, like, it's hard to explain the experience of Marston. You kind of have to be there. You know what I'm saying? And I was glad
100%.
that
it was everything he said it was. Definitely. Salute, Steve Scatz.
Yeah, for real, man. I got to get one of those. I got to get one of those shirts, bro. One of those Marsten House shirts that he got.
I've been to
I gotta go to his merch.
Marsten House.
Yes, I survived Marsten House. You know what I mean? Yeah.
And I can see, as it goes on, I'm imagining like a full show. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And like you have like who's spitting from Barkeepers, who's repping from Straight, who I mean, like I feel like the only thing to do is because like you said, that experience was incredible, and that experience was like that was taking me back to when I was performing back in the day. You know what I mean? Because like I haven't performed out regularly in a minute. That's why it's so dope seeing Life and like Life's journey, like Star in Life, like to see the way that they have taken it, and like everybody that they're not just opening for but connecting with, and and hanging with, because they're not performing with anybody that is, I'll say this, like a different class of MC than them. Like they're there. You know what I'm saying? So like that's beautiful to see, man.
Yeah, definitely, man. They had an amazing journey too, man. And that last show that they did in that Garden Amp show was phenomenal, man.
Was fire. Oh my God.
The venue was dope. High Sunday was actually on stage capturing the footage. You know what I'm saying? That's who captured the footage, man. That's the other beautiful thing, man. It's like we've made, we've said it a bunch of times, bro. Like, we've connected so many talented people, and now these folks have resources that they didn't have before. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Friendships they didn't have before, relationships they didn't have before, collaborations they didn't have before. You know what I mean? So that's the part we're most proud of, man. That's the part we're most proud of.
Definitely. Yeah, he's definitely easy to work with, man. Like when him and Bison get together and do stuff, man, it's just boom, boom, boom. He got it. I never questioned him because he got a great eye for
you film, you cut, visuals. You send it over there to him, and he edit, and they put it together.
He do his thing.
I'm a pitch a series for Sunday, man. Sunday, give us some behinds, give us some, like break down the equipment that you got, break down, like your video, like the process that you're laying out when you're planning out these. I want to see. I mean, and I don't know if he's playing it close to the vest, but because he's so good, you know what I mean? And I know that he gives freely so often to the community. He's another one that like truly feeds the community. You know what I mean? That's why it's beautiful to see him at the head, because he really like gives everybody what they need, and he gives from what he has and his expertise. So I would love to learn from bro,
Yeah, man. Yeah.
He
amazing
called me
talent,
with the Wu-Tang shit. When I saw that.
Yeah, I saw that. I was like, yo.
My brain was like, okay.
This is crazy. How did he even do this, yo?
I'm watching this. And I might have even been talking like, hey, yo, so I'm trying to just think of the ways that he could have done this. It looks so, the shit.
And he told us how simple it was. You know what I'm saying? He was like, hey, man, I just laid on the floor, man. That's how I pulled it off.
I didn't even think that.
I never even thought of it. I don't know why I didn't even think of it. It's like, yo.
I felt stupid as hell, but good shit, bro. Good shit.
But yeah. But that's that creativity, bro. You know what I mean? That's that creativity, man, for real.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Man, what was that other thing I was gonna ask? We damn near had time, bro. We already been talking already for now. So usually I take these and I edit them up, man. I cut them up. You know what I'm saying? Any of the weird parts or whatever, I smooth it out. You know what I mean? Word. So you ain't got to worry about that. And then we just, it's like an iceberg. You know what I'm saying? It's like a big iceberg. And then I chip at it, chisel away at it. And I was like, oh, look at that. Nice piece right there. You know what I'm saying? That's pretty much it. They're really consuming the podcast through the clips. And so the iceberg analogy still holds up, because when I create these, hour-long conversations, you know what I'm saying?
Look. Lotus Koresh.
I had these big chunk of content, you know what I'm saying? Got this big chunk of content. I'm like, oh, where are the juicy parts? You know what I'm saying? Where are the parts that are gonna, are gonna be the most interesting, right? And then so I clip those up, like when Stray said, "This is our drink champs," I was like, clip,
man.
I gotta clip that. Yo.
Shoot,
he was going
I'll play that over again.
He was serious, man. Like, he's like, yo, this is definitely our platform. You know what I mean? And when he says, he's talking about Instagram. You know what I mean? Like and that's exactly what we wanted to be. You know what I mean? Like, this is a place where you can come. You know what I'm saying? No harm, no foul. You know what I mean? Ain't nobody playing no games right now. You could just, you could come here and tell us what you got going on. Tell us, you know what I'm saying? Tout your wares, so to speak. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Whatever you got going on.
That we got future endeavors and all that. Look,
let's hear what you're thinking about. Yeah, man. He mentioned it. Like, look at Joe and Jada. Look at Mav Hoffa. Look at Let's Rap About It. you know, Fab and Mano, they've got a conversation platform. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They've even started to recognize the value of it. So that's, hey, man, we playing the same game, you know, so.
Yeah. All right, yeah, you got to know how to articulate and dig out the questions that you really want, ask the questions you really want.
Yeah, man.
Nothing too provocative. It's just gonna be putting people on blast. But you know, shit, my nigga, say what you want. You know, we don't do censorship.
Tell us what's going on.
But we'll give you the chance to be like, hey, man, you know what I'm saying? Hey, you sure you want to do that? Cuz, you know, so you know, all that shit like that. You know, so
yeah,
we are respectful enough. Yeah.
This is an important component. You definitely hit on it. I think this, you know, and I remember even seeing was it Straight Talk? It was like Straight, you know, I know that they would do a lot of lives, and they would be talking about, like at one point they were talking about a movie, they were talking about, you know, an event in the community, and I love that aspect. And I think that's why I feel like this is so dope. And, you know, with Barkeepers, you know what I'm saying, with Sunday doing like the results show, and then, you know, Blonde Jew doing the show.
Yeah.
I feel like that's an aspect that's really important. And like when you're pointing out, you know, all of those like talk shows, I mean, we know that those MCs have done amazing things, but the focus is on the talking. And I feel like what I appreciate about this and all of these platforms is the focus is still bars, right? The focus is still, you know, MCing, but this piece is like showing you that there's a whole community and a world behind it, and like the people matter. You know what I'm saying? So like this strikes a really dope balance, I think.
Yeah,
appreciate that. Yeah, man. Definitely.
Much appreciated. And we're gonna expand this too. Like we're doing a lot of talking, that's for sure. And I think it's a lot of value to that. We also want to showcase if somebody has like a new song. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We can cut to the song and show the song, listen to the song, or if you got a video, we can cut to the video and show a little bit of that. You know what I mean? There's the discussion part of it, but then there's also hey, I brought something new for y'all to check out too. All right, let's check it out, and then cut to it. So we had that aspect to it too, you know. Right. And then eventually, we do have some unfinished business that we have to deal with too.
Man, listen.
Yeah. Yeah, we got some unfinished business that we got one more.
One more letter
left, man. And
one letter, man.
I thought we forgot, right?
We ain't forgot. No, we have not forgotten, man.
We ain't forgot.
We just we're building. The storm is getting ready to come or whatever. Like you know, the clouds start getting dark. You know what I mean? Like you know, it ain't starting raining yet, but brewing. There we go. You know what I'm saying? So. The storm is brewing right now. We're not ready to strike lightning yet, though.
Dude, you know. So. I just reached out to Nedge not too long ago because you know I love her as a person. Yeah,
me too. I do.
Just amazing,
yes,
right?
I love her spirit.
Man. Dope.
You know,
man.
And as an MC, and especially because like right now, a lot of what I'm writing is contextualized within, you know, this moment. And, you know, everything that's going on, you know, socio-politically and all this stuff. So there's so much to talk about, right? And I feel like Nedge, you know, has always been that too. Nedge has always been, you know, speaking to things like, you know, resistance and revolution. And so I'm excited to reach out. You know, like once we connect, I know it's going to be on because there's something that we have to write together. Nedge, I hope you're hearing this. There's something that we gotta write together.
Yes,
I can't wait to hear it
in this moment. So
my
alpha sister, let's go.
These are my folks. Hey, look, I'm gonna get that moringa tea to you, Nedge. I need to talk to you. I don't know if you back around yet. Oh yeah, and we need to interview. We need you up here. So
yeah, for sure, man. I think in the moment that we're in, as you're kind of alluding to, Zack Lost, I think there's some powerful messages that I think could be heard, and I think y'all would be the perfect too. You know what I mean? To
to
speak. So yeah, hopefully that will come together, bro. Hopefully that will come together. Yeah, man.
For sure.
Yeah, man.
Well, let me know you back around, Nedge. Yo, let us see you. Yeah,
for real. Yeah, we're gonna have to get on the show, man. We have to definitely get on the show, bro. Well, look, man, we've been chopping it up for a good minute. Cameron, any last words, brother?
Man, I'm gonna get to Jersey and see you again sometime, brother. If you ever down in
can't wait to
down
get
my way,
there, man.
hey man, I'll let your boy reach out anytime.
Yes, that's a great question, man. Do you do any traveling, Zack Lost? I know you're a busy person right now. You know what I'm saying? You know, I know how that goes.
Trying to get out. You know, I'm gonna finish this everywhere in New Jersey first. But at the same time, man, I love to travel. I told my wife, I even like being at the airport. I like waiting. I like the delays. You know what I'm saying? So like, yeah. Let's get it going.
You love the whole experience of it.
That's right.
Yeah, come to Tampa, man. You know, Bison
sure.
out here. I'm out here. You know, there's a couple cats out here, man. Yeah. I think you'll like it, fam.
We got to get them to the Carolinas too. We got to get them out here, man. But in the meantime, man, keep us posted on how the journey is going across all the counties in New Jersey, man. You got to keep us posted on that, man. Let me know how that goes, bro.
For sure, I appreciate it.
Yeah, man. Hey, you've been watching this Talk to the Alpha Season 1, top of the food chain, Zack Lost, member number 1 of the Alpha Unit, putting it down for us on the Dominion Podcast, yo. Stay tuned. You never know who we're going to be talking to. You know what I'm saying? We out, y'all. Peace.
Peace.
There he is.
Let's go.
What up, man? Man, let's go in here and kill this thing, man. Let's go in here and kill this thing, man. We finally got the Alpha 1 with us. Yeah, there he is. There he is. Now y'all in here.
You know what it is? Of course.
Yeah, we about to go rock right now.
The Observatory would like to thank you for tuning in to this episode of the Dominion Podcast. A special thank you goes out to our guests. We are grateful for your participation in the movement. Keep in mind that the views and opinions expressed on the Dominion Podcast are not necessarily the views and opinions of our sponsors. If you enjoyed this episode of the Dominion, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to the Dominion on your favorite podcasting platform. Finally, stay ahead of the curve and subscribe to the Dominion by visiting us at dominionhiphop.com. This has been a Quake Mob Music Group production for the Kingdom.